At some point in time, we've got to stop talking about we trying to grow the game. This is the most popular women's basketball player in the world, and it ain't close. They had to move the Mystics game to an NBA arena. Name the time when a WNBA game has had to be moved because of a woman player.
We need to have an honest conversation about Caitlin Clark, one that isn't rooted in bias and social media hot takes and political agendas. No. We need to have an honest conversation rooted in facts about Caitlin Clark, okay? Fact number one, Caitlin Clark is good at basketball, and she has always been good at basketball. Here's how I know this. Iowa had never been to a college final. She took them in back-to-back years. The school had never experienced a 30-win season, and she led them to back-to-back 30-win years. She never experienced a collegiate season where she wasn't number one in points and number one in assists. Let me make that clear. She never experienced a season in college where she wasn't number one in points and assists. She finished her college career number one in total points and third in career assists all time. In college, she was putting up 28, 7, 8.2 assists per game. I'm not reading all this, but this is her resume in college. You can hear all of this with an unbiased ear and say that the hype surrounding this girl was legit. In the WNBA, is she perfect? Absolutely not. The turnovers, that's been a concern. I mean, she's over five a game. This season it's dropped, but that's concerning. The shooting percentage as well, but to think that a player that is fifth in the league in scoring and first in assists and hasn't even played 80 games yet, that this is the player today she'll be in 5 years. I mean, if so, we can revisit this conversation, but you don't get those rankings in the best league in the world if you are not good at basketball. See, Caitlin Clark falls into the Luka Doncic category. You know, she can shoot, she can facilitate, she can score, but it's the antics, the jawing at the official, the flopping, the complaining, and all that other stuff, the turnovers. Those are things that get on people's nerves, and that's justified because that's not really something anybody enjoys when they're watching a game of basketball. But if I learned anything from LeBron, Jordan, and Kobe fans, is that people not liking Clark has very little to do with her, actually. I mean, the fans of hers is the issue. They do unnecessary things. They go to unnecessary levels to say that she's the best in the league. She's God's gift to basketball. They should thank Caitlin Clark for where the league is at today. That's the problem right there.
And it's almost like there's this resistance to acknowledging Caitlin Clark and the impact that she has had and is having. 14 million, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong about that, Janae and Eminem, please let me know. I don't think I am. I think it was 14 million for the semifinals, 18 million for the national championship game, 12 million for the Elite Eight game. These are unprecedented ratings. And then I pointed out yesterday about the WNBA draft, 2.446 million. That was a record, and how the doubleheader to open the season was the best ratings they had in 2 decades, and all of this other stuff. And when you look at advertisers and sponsors, when you look at the specter of a new television deal scheduled to come down the pike, and the windfall that could create for WNBA players, guess what you do under those circumstances? You protect the golden goose. They don't try to get the best of her and what have you, but you do it with an appreciation for what she's bringing, because you recognize the rising tide lifts all boats. And if that golden goose is a wave that we can ride to elevate ourselves to a place that we've been working diligently for years to achieve, you don't get in the way of that.
See, in the case of Stephen A. Smith, you're doing the same thing you accused LeBron James of doing. Not exactly in the same words or the same tone or the same message, but you're painting an incredible target on her back. See, most call it hate and jealousy. I call it the law of the sports jungle. Whenever you standing in front of me, I need to find out everything that they say about you is true. See, LeVar Ball told us years ago, that Zoe was going to be running the league, that he was going to dominate. He was better than Steph Curry. Then one night, this happened.
Pick and roll, and I leave my feet, he'll pull me to the side and say, stop jumping in the air, keep your dribble. So I asked Lonzo, how much of a student of the game are you? And he gave all the props to his dad, LeVar. He said, my dad showed me all the hardwood classics when I was little. I play fast-paced now because of Magic. I watched MJ, I watched Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, Kobe, LeBron, and guys, even Shaq, Lonzo was watching.
And Lonzo Ball was just run into by Beverly. Luke
Getting a
Walton
little
was,
testy.
Telling us that Patrick Beverly.
And this, in my opinion, is a way to enter the league. He doesn't take it personal. This is.
See, it happens every time there's hype around a player coming into the league. Has there been physical things take place? Absolutely. And has Caitlin Clark been on the other side of those physical acts? Yes, absolutely. One thing I've heard is CeCe complaining about refs and protecting players. I've never heard her say that the league owes her and needs to pander to her. See, her so-called fans do that, and that also paints an insane target on her back and make people dislike her. I don't know. I mean, I don't like the whole political party banding together to write a letter to the league commissioner. The fans are the ones that people dislike more than anything. Pure basketball analysis, Clark needs her to have a Draymond Green type player, like a Chelsea Gray, someone that can handle the ball so she can run off screens, roam around, and be more of a scorer than facilitator. Clark has great court vision and feel for the game, so the assists are going to come out of the flow rather than off of a set offense. She also needs to stop bringing up the ball so much. Her turnover numbers are going to drop significantly if they initiate this. Now, I'm not willing to say she can't hoop based on all of the information I laid out. I'm not willing to say that she can't be one of the best we've ever seen because the tools are there. The issue I have is that all of this is being directed at her when it's really just the fan base. Again, LeBron fans, Kobe fans, Jordan fans, Curry fans, every type of fan base has this. I'm not really having too much of an issue with her outside of, again, you stop the antics, you protect the basketball, you shoot at a higher percentage. We're going to see what the fever can actually be in the W. But until then, keep the politics out of it, please. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments, do you think that Caitlin Clark is an actual elite player in the W? That's one more for the good guys.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance.